Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure Automation channel. Today we are going to learn the few important concepts of Cypress, where we will be covering both theoretical and a practical session in this session. So do watch this entire session so that you will understand the theoretical part where it can be useful in the interview preparation and practical part where it can be actually utilized when you are working with a real-time project. So let's get started. So for today's agenda, we're going to cover Cypress folder structures, basic constructs of Cypress, test case preparation, where we're going to write test cases, writing and adding assertions and executing via Cypress runner. And then we will see the execution of Cypress tests from terminal, or we can say CLI tool. And the first concept is Cypress folder structure. So you need to understand a Cypress folder structure when someone asks in an interview what all the folders that we are having in Cypress. Can you explain few of them? Then you can answer this by using this content. So under project we have different folders. So this is a folder of project. In the left section you can see on the image. Under that you have a Cypress. Under that Cypress you have four folders, which is a fixtures, integration, plugin, support. So these plays different functionality. So we'll discuss what is a fixtures. So fixtures are external piece of static data that can be used by your tests, and it should be drives from the external source like CSV, Excel, HTML. So it's kind of a data that we are providing to our test cases. So then next comes with an integration folder. Integration folder is a major one where we are going to store our test cases in that folder. And we have a next concept called plugins. It contains some plugins and listeners by default. Cypress will automatically include the plugin file of Cypress plugin index.json. So in this index.json we will be writing some commands that can be used and serve as an plugin and also listeners. The best example is like we have a cucumber, so we need to install that cucumber or we need to point that cucumber, so we will be storing that in a plugin folder and it runs before every test. Then after we have a support folder. So support folder writes some customized commands or reusable methods that are available for usage in your specs dot or a test files. So under integration we will be mostly writing some specs.js or test folders. So by this it will be running all the files using this specs and test files. And then we have the node modules. So node modules plays the, or we can say it's an heart of entire project where all the node packages and dependencies will be available in this node modules. So whenever you install Cypress, this folder comes by default, so no need to install again new dependencies. So minimum required dependencies will be covered in this node modules. And then we have a cypress.json. It is used to store the different configuration. For example, timeout, base URL, test files and some proxy details. There we can store all this information in the cypress.json file. So basic constructs of Cypress. So we need to understand what all basic constructs of Cypress. Basically the Cypress adopted from the Mocha syntax for development of test cases. It uses all the fundamental harness of Mocha provides. And number one is a describe. This is a one which is a common for all the test cases where we will be describing it, and it is a simple way of to group our tests. So under this describe we can provide multiple test cases. Takes two argument. One is a first argument is a string argument, which is a name of the test, and the next is an callback function. Likewise we have a context, which is an alias of this describe. And then it comes to the it method. So we use it for individual test cases. It takes two arguments, which is a string explanation of test cases, what it should do, and the callback function, which contains the actual test. And we have some before after. So right, so before after, so by name itself we can come to conclusion that it runs before all test block, after will runs after all test block. And we have a before each, so it runs before each test in the block, and after each it runs after each test block. And we have some methods called only and skip. So to run specific suit or test we can append only to the function, and to skip we can specify this dot skip method so that it will be skipped in that function. So these are the basic constructs. So by using this we will be going to design a test cases. So let's move on. So now it comes to the test case preparation. So I have not covered any explanation here. We will directly straight jump into the practicals now. So if you have installed VS Studio, then it's easy to launch it. Once you press on Windows key, type for code. It will automatically launch our VS Code editor, right? So this is a point where we have stopped in the last session. We have installed Cypress and we have run using our Cypress runner, right? So there we have stopped, and from there we are again picking up. So now we are writing a test cases, right? So let me show you where we will write the test cases. So here we have an integration folder. Under that integration folder, these are all the default JSON files or JavaScript files which are already being created. So I don't want to use this all, so let me create one of them in my examples folder. So right click on it and click on new file. My file will be sample underscore specs dot json, or sorry, JavaScript JS, right? So this is a file. So now every test cases start with an method called describe, right? Describe. So this describe method takes two arguments. One is a string. So this is says my first test, and it accepts a callback function. So let's write a function. Right. I can do one thing. I can quickly execute this and see whether what is happening in this specs dot sample dot specs dot js. So let me quickly launch my Cypress. So to launch Cypress, we can use node modules / dot bin dot cypress open. So this will open my Cypress runner. So let's wait and see. Right, our Cypress runner launched. So there is an update, so we'll do it later. So we have added sample underscore specs dot javascript, right? So we'll see where that file is. So here we have that file, and in this runner we have an option to choose a different browser. So here we have Firefox, Edge and Electron. So Electron will be work very fast when compared to all these browsers, and we'll see on the Chrome. And once I click on spec.js, so let me click on this, it will start launching this Chrome browser and it will launch our test case. So my test case doesn't have anything, so it says no test found, so we'll add something over there, right? So here in the terminal you can see what all comments that it sent, like an API kind of structure. You can see it says 200 200 200. So you can observe those logs as well in case if you need. And here in this, so I'm going to add a very basic step, that so describe. Under that describe we can have a test cases, right? Test case representation is using it. I think this it, yeah. So under this we have two arguments to pass. One is a string and again one is a callback function. So I will say basic test. So basic test, under that I can add callback function. So this function and open. Now I will add one small command which will check for whether it's true or false. So for that I can say expect true. Sorry, I need to write inside. Expect true to dot equal, right? So this test I am going to run in my Cypress. So as soon as I save this, so let me put side by side. Yeah, I will put my Chrome browser on the other side. So as soon as I save this, you will see this entire Cypress automated browser is again refreshed and will run the test cases or the commands which I have. So let's quickly save this. You can see on the right side it says asset expect true to be equal true, so there is no failure, right? And we have test case pass, so it has provided right symbol, that means test case pass. So here I wanted to write false, right? And again quickly save, then you can see a failure. So assertion failure, you can see the failure results like this, right? So this is a basic test. So now I wanted to, I mean these are all like general conditions level. I wanted to see a real time browser how it going to be work. So let's see that browser how it going to be launched from here. So under it, so I will change this basics test as application test, and I will remove this condition. So we have one object called Cypress CY. So this is a global object, so you can call anytime. So this will this cy dot. So this is a cy. So under that cy we can provide visit. Under that visit we can provide application URL. I wanted to launch an example application which is provided by the Cypress only. So for that I can use this HTTPS. So this is the application URL which is provided by the Cypress for some of the examples. So we can use that and we can utilize this automation demo. So let me quickly save. Okay, there is an spell mistake. It says visit. Yeah. Okay, might be there is an access issue for it. So I will change that to let's use our general Google search. So this will launch my Google search. So let's quickly save. Now you can see it has launched my Google search here. So this is how we launch our website. So whereas in Selenium we use a get command, right, driver.get. So here we can use Cypress cy.visit. So this will visit the website. So now I wanted to see whether a privacy is there on my entire page or not. So this page contains, so here we have the footer links. So I wanted to see whether under that footer link I have this privacy or not. So how can we check here? So we have a simple command to see it. Cy dot contains, under that contains I can provide single quotation privacy. Okay, let's quickly save it. So it has launched and you can see here it contains a privacy or not. You can see on the browser window, on the command log I have mouse over on it, which is in contains privacy, and in the browser you can see DOM snippet snapshot. So it has highlighted, right? So this is the one of the good feature that we have in Cypress. So let's add more here. So after seeing this, after using this contains only, I wanted to click on that immediately. So by using this click command I can click on that privacy. Let's quickly save and run. Right here you can see after containing, I mean after checking that whether privacy is there on my web page or not, as soon as it saw that it has performed click action. And click action, you can see if I mouse over to it, it is providing where it is actually clicked. Actually we are into a different privacy page altogether, but as soon as you mouse over, it will show you where the actual code came from or the command came from on taking on particular web element action. So this is called a time travel feature in the Cypress. And you can pin here. If you pin this, and you cannot see any other the command log actions after you pin this. And this is to see what all, I mean for debugging process you can enhance more this pinning action. So you can unpin and you can see all other commands. And as soon as it clicks, it opens a new page, right? Then by default Cypress provided some page loaded. So it has provided some dynamic waiting time which is waited for certain time to page to get loaded. After page get loaded, then it is routed to a new URL, right? So this is a one feature which is an automatic waiting feature that we have in Cypress. And you can add more conditions to it, like I wanted to verify whether my URL is contains this or not. So here we have this privacy, and this is a language English or not, right? So I wanted to see whether these URL contain these or not. So I can use this cy again, cy dot url method, sorry, there were two times, okay, url method. And you can use the same command to write the assertion as well. So cy dot url dot should. So should is used to write the assertion for any test cases. So should, under that should I can write include. So whether my URL is including these or not. So what I can do here, I will copy from here. So till here, okay. So let me copy it. So should include my Cypress, right? So here what I am doing, I am visiting a website, checking one of the web element or text is available, and again I have clicked on it. Then I am checking the URL, and using that URL I am verifying whether URL contain this endpoint or not. So let's quickly save. Right, now it has passed everything, no test case failures. In this you can see expected, so expected privacy policy Google, and then you have this endpoint, right? So I am saying that it is included or not. So you can see it is provided right symbol, so our assertion is passed here. And this is how you write the assertions onto a URL. Now I wanted to see whether we can search for something, and I will click on the search icon. So let me go back to the actual page, so I don't want to click this. So yeah, I can comment these lines. Let me quickly save so that you can see the Google browser again. Search page. So under that, here you have this edit box. So under that edit box, I wanted to search something like Cypress. So to write something here, we need to get the path of it. So to get the path, you have in this automated browser of Cypress, you will have this open selector playground. So using this open selector playground, you can highlight this field. It has provided this one, so which is dot, and you have this, so it means that it's a class. So I can use this as cy dot get. So under that get, I can provide this value dot, sorry, I need to write outside dot type. Under that, I wanted to type Cypress. Okay, under the same line I wanted to type Cypress, and again I wanted to add assertion for it, should, right? Under that should, I can say, so in this test I have written something like this. So let me take it to the new line so that you can see it. So I have launching the Google browser, I mean Google search. Under that Google search, I wanted to type something on the Google search, and then I wanted to see what I have typed in that Google search. So this is an typing at the same time and adding assertion at the same time. So let's quickly save. Yeah, it has written Cypress, and it has performed the assertion as well. In the command log you can see the assertion as well. So this is how we write and add assertion at the same time. So there is much to know about all these things of locators. So locators plays a major role here. So we'll cover complete overview. So we can see from basic level to the advanced level, we will cover all the locators, how we can write the dynamic locators. We'll see that in the next session. And here we have achieved this in this session, that we have writing a test cases and adding assertions. And now we'll try to run this from the CLI. So we have the CLI terminal for this entire code, right? VS Code. So we'll use that and write the test cases now. So we'll get back to the PPT back. So execution Cypress test from the terminal or CLI. So we have different commands to run. So we can use this .node modules.bin Cypress run will run all the folders or all the test cases under integration. Even though there are multiple folder under integration, it will run all the folders or test. And if you wanted to run any specific test, you can provide like this: Cypress run space hyphen spec and location of that particular test case. So if you wanted to run something onto the different browsers, or you wanted to run specific browser, you can provide a browser. So let's jump into again the VS Code. So let me stop this Cypress runner and terminate this Cypress runner. So we'll use a new terminal. So here I wanted to write a command to run all the test cases which are under my integration folder. So for that I can use node modules. So node modules /bin /cypress.run. So this will run all my integration test cases. So let's enter. So it will run all my test cases one by one which are under my integrations. And we have an example folder. So under that example folder, whatever JavaScript files are there, it will run all the files. It is using the default one, which is an Electron. So Electron 89. So in case if you wanted to change the browser, we have another command where we can change. And in this terminal, you can see complete details like Cypress specs, which is what actions it is performing. And you can see the after action is performed, you can see the results over here. So everything is very fast in this. You can see how much time that it's taken to execute some actions, what are actions that is performed, and how many test cases that is executed, how many are passed. So likewise it will provide all the details. So I want to terminate this entire process because we have many tests to be run, right? So we'll terminate this process from here. So now I wanted to run specially this specs sample underscore specs dot js. So I wanted to run that particular file. So for that I can use this again node modules Cypress run hyphen spec, and I can provide this location. So you can right click on it and you can copy path, and here you can paste it and hit enter. I think there is a spell mistake. I wanted to write node modules. Right, it has started this action to be performed. It has chosen Electron browser 89 version. It is running our example sample specs.js. So this is my first test that we have written on the describe, and it has performed action. And you can see these are all the tests that it has performed. You can see all specs passed. So what are the specs that we have used in CLI? So it will provide a beautiful table over here, and it will provide you test, passing, failing, pending, and skipped, all test case details here, right? And I wanted to again use a browser to be used. So I wanted to use a specific browser. So for that we have a command called, so in case if you wanted to do a specific browser, then you can provide hyphen browser Chrome. And let's again jump back to our code, and here I can provide hyphen browser Chrome. right? Again, hit enter. So this should open a Chrome browser and run all my test cases into that browser. I will fast forward and share you the final results in my terminal console. So same set of test cases will be executed into a browser, and then after you will see all results here. I think there is an issue with my recorder, so it is not getting recorded. So I will manually terminate this and show you the previously executed results. So these are the results that it has executed. So same set of test case it has performed, and it will provide you a table here, and the table you will find test number of tests performed. So each and every it in the describe statement will perform as a test case, and passing, failing, pending, skipped. So all this will be provided in our console, and later you can find the video of entire results that is being performed here. So currently I have manually terminated my browser, so it is compressing the progress. So it will create a video and will store into a folder called video, which is under my Cypress. So this is how it will maintain all our videos here. So do watch these videos as well whenever you run all the test cases. I hope this session is useful for you. In case if you are new to my channel, do subscribe to my channel. Do share a like if you like this session and information is useful, and do share with your colleagues. Do share your comments, feedback, queries in my comment section. Thank you for watching.